Tonight on Tom's Over Schools Today, we take a look at your upcoming weather.
And, as always, we have a look at some of the events from around the district. Tom's Over Schools Today starts in 2 minutes.
Just a feeling that I have, yeah. You and I, we're like fireworks and symphonies exploding in the sky. With you, I'm alive. Like all the missing pieces of my heart, they finally collide. So stop time right here in the moonlight, 'cause I don't ever wanna close my eyes. Without you, I feel broke, like I'm half of a whole. Without you, I've got no hand to hold. Without you, I feel torn like a sail in a storm. Without you, I'm just a sad soul.
Hello and welcome to Tom's Over Schools Today for Friday, October the 19th. I'm Julia Slevin.
And I'm Haley Dorvich. Later on tonight, we'll check out your weather and we look at an iconic stance from history.
But up first tonight, we take a look at our elementary schools in our elementary happening segment.
Starting off our elementary happenings, with Halloween approaching, the CDC warns about putting costumes on your chickens. Here's a look.
They're a part of my family. It's like they're my babies.
Not all of Stephanie Morris's family members live inside this house. Some of them live right here in the backyard. And like any other family member, these chickens aren't cooped up. They're well fed with a place to sleep, and they get their feathers ruffled, especially when they're getting dressed up for the holidays.
Just make sure she's comfortable, no feathers are pulled.
Morris dresses up her chicks in costumes every Halloween.
And they have their bare skin exposed, so I just like to put a t-shirt on them or a sweater.
But the CDC is tricking this treat by asking folks not to put their pet chickens in costumes or cuddle with them to keep from being exposed to salmonella.
Can you ever imagine not being able to dress up your chickens or
Well,
hold them?
No, I love to hold them. I love to talk to them, and everybody has names.
Experts like Dallas Morrell in Downsville says when the meat comes to the table, it's up to you to stay safe. He might be a young farmer, but he's no spring chicken when it comes to bacteria.
And if it has any discoloration, any mess or anything that's messed up about it, don't eat it.
He says it's safer to shop local.
Watch who you get your chickens from. If you're like a backyard chicken person like we are, we have all of our birds kept in separate cages. And when we go and get birds, you're supposed to keep them in quarantine.
He says there's nothing to brood over, so Morris is going to let her birds strut their stuff.
Looking good, Specs.
That was a thank you. In Ouachita Parish, Gwendolyn Ducree, KNOE 8 News.
Let's take a look at today's random fact of the day.
Hi, I'm Matt Abbott with TV21's Random Fact of the Day. Did you know that the American explorers Lewis and Clark ate at least 9 bald eagles during their expedition to the Pacific coast?
It's time to take a trip around the world in our 60-second road trip. Can you guess where we are today?
I don't wanna fall away. I don't wanna fall away. I'll keep the lights on in this place, 'cause I don't wanna fall away. I don't wanna fall away. I don't wanna fall away. I will keep the lights on in this place, 'cause I don't wanna fall away. I disguise and I will lie and I will take my precious time as the days melt away, as I stand in line and I die as I wait on my crime, and I'll try to delay what you make of my life, but I don't want your way, I want mine. I'm dying and I'm trying, but believe me I'm fine, but I'm lying. I'm so very far from fine, and I can feel the pool begin. I feel my conscience wearing thin, and my skin, it will start to break up.
It's now time for us to take a look at the dictionary.com's word of the day. Today's word is cryonaut, meaning a person whose dead body has been preserved by the techniques of cryonics. And now for today's sentence. After his death, John became a cryonaut.
Now we are going to take a short break, but coming up, we will take a look at our intermediate happenings.
And we also take a look at your weather, so stick around. We'll be right back.
Outcasts and rebels, or anyone who just dares to be different. And you've been trying for so long to find out where your place is, but in their narrow minds there's no room for anyone who dares to do something different. Oh, but listen for a minute. Trust the one who's been where you are, wishing all it was sticks and stones. Those words cut deep, but they don't mean you're all alone, and you're not invisible. Hear me out. There's so much more to life than what you're feeling now.
off intermediate happenings. At Intermediate East, Student Council is collecting gently used or new Halloween costumes for any age to donate to helping families in need in Ocean County. Donations should be sent to Ms. Rutzler and B207 and will be collected until October the 19th. Full color yearbooks are back for the 2018 to 2019 school year. The cost is $35. Pre-order your yearbook today at the lowest price of the year. The price goes up after October 26th.
School apparel is available and on display in the front entrance of the building. Order forms are available in the main office of the school.
It's now time for our environmental tip of the day. Each day we will be bringing you a tip that'll help save the environment. Let's take a look at today's tip.
Hi, this is Jarrett Weiss, and this is your environmental tip of the day. Double up. Configure your office printer or copy machine so it prints on both sides of the page.
Every day on this show, we will be bringing you a tip of the day, so stay tuned tomorrow as we give you another way to help save the environment.
It's now time for another break. Coming up later in the show, we'll take a look at your high school happenings. Toms River Schools Today will be right back.
Every day is so wonderful, and suddenly it's hard to breathe. Now and then I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed. I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Load up on guns and bring your friends, it's fun. To lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello, 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 hello. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now, entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertain us.
Starting off our high school happenings, attention students and staff, the school store is now open to serve you. We are stocked with all your Raider apparel needs, including Champion and Under Armour brands. The school store is now open every day after school from 1:40 to 2 p.m. We also have Yoo-Hoo Snapple and water for just $1, as well as many delicious snacks to get you energized for after-school practices. Stop in soon. It's time to get Raiderized.
Attention all students. Anyone who has perfect attendance for the month of October will be put in a drawing for a great prize.
We are still in the beginning of a long school year. We stopped in with some freshmen to see how their first month and a half went at High School East.
I'm Casey Lombard from Toms River Schools Today, and today we're interviewing freshmen to see how their first month of high school was.
For the school, it's huge and really confusing, but it takes a few weeks to get used to it. There's a bunch of clubs and sports and activities you can do, and that is basically the best part of the school.
Perfect month of high school was really good. I thought it was going to be harder to get around, but I think I had everything down, and I'm really excited for the rest of freshman year. I already am involved in clubs.
Switching to High School South, students who want to become members of the Spanish Honor Society can start picking up applications today in room D31.
We're going to stop into high school again and see how their week of respect was. Here's a look.
Hi, I'm Molly Smilkowski with Toms River Schools Today. Let's take a look at our week of respect.
Spirit Week is to build community between the different classes and between the students and teachers, because we like to participate too. And it's just all about all of us bringing everything together for a common cause and pumping up spirit.
We are anti-bullying. I feel like everything that we do, we try to encourage others to stand up against bullying, to support each other, to stop intimidation, to stop bullying altogether, and to just stand together as one and have respect for each other.
I would like to see the entire class, freshman class, participate in Spirit Week. I would suggest to stomp out bullying by being nice to everyone and spreading kindness.
I'm taking part of Spirit Week because I think it's important for freshmen to get involved and to have spirit for our school. To stop bullying, I think everyone should spread kindness, and I think it's important to make sure you're not bullying each other. It's just nice. My favorite Spirit Week day would have to be, I think, Crazy Socks, only because I have a bunch of different pairs of socks, so why not? So.
Respect Week really was a blast. I'm Molly Smilkowski with Toms River Schools Today.
Let's now take a look at what grinds our gears.
My name is Susan Keating, and do you want to know what really grinds my gears? When people leave their pets in hot cars during the summer.
It is now time for us to take a short break. After the break, we take a look at your 3-day forecast. Toms River Schools Today will be right back. Starting off sports, the 16th of October marks the 50th anniversary of the Black Power salute at the Olympic Games in Mexico, when 2 American sprinters raised their gloved fists in a show of defiance. The immediate consequences for them were disastrous, but now it is celebrated as a defining moment in a time of struggle.
Civil rights workers reach the end of the bridge where the cordon of troopers stand. They are ordered to turn back.
I hear a voice crying now.
The United States underwent great social upheaval in the 1960s, a decade in which inspirational leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X strived to end the discrimination against African Americans. Sometimes the protests were violent, some were peaceful, but even after the passing of the Civil Rights and Voting Rights Acts in 1964 and 65, many black Americans felt that injustice and discrimination lingered. And it fell to athletes like Muhammad Ali to make a stand. But arguably the most iconic stance of all came in Mexico in 1968. The protest was over in minutes, but the iconic image lasted for decades. The infamous Black Power salute at the 1968 Olympics spoke volumes globally about prejudice in the 20th century, and it forever changed the lives of the men on the podium.
How you doing, sir? You hanging in there? That day that they put y'all on the podium and you did this, I'm gonna my whole house, because I got a few brothers and sisters, and my whole house just erupted.
How did it make you feel seeing the inequality? Did it make you angry?
It made me feel that I needed to be somebody. I needed to stand up for right.
Sprinters Tommy Smith and John Carlos were among a group of African-American athletes that wanted to use the '68 Olympics in Mexico to make a statement.
Our platform was to try and educate people, make them realize, hey man, it's great for you to have your 15 minutes in the sun at the Olympic Games. However, it's greater to do something that would last throughout the duration of time, to make an adjustment for the better for society.
Frustrated at the inequality within American society and the US Olympic team, America's black athletes originally considered a boycott. One of the country's greatest black track stars, Jesse Owens, was dispatched to talk them out of it.
I had to remind Jesse, as well as maybe Jimmy Hines and Larry James as well, that Jesse Owens ran against horses after he got back from Germany to support his family because he couldn't earn a living. Here's a man that defronted Hitler, won 4 gold medals, and then still was depicted as that old black guy. When he went to the Union Hall to speak, they didn't let him walk in the front door, they brought him in the back door.
It was decided then that there would not be a boycott, and each athlete would represent himself according to how they felt the country represented him. And that's what happened. So that gave us the flexibility to do what we thought necessary.
By winning gold and bronze respectively in the 200 meters, Smith and Carlos got their chance to make a stand. In the year that Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy had been assassinated, it was a brave move. Can you explain the symbolism of the protest? What did the glove mean, the socks,
the glove
no shoes?
meant strength, mean power. Now, some people call it black power, just so happened I was a black guy, okay? The socks represented poverty. The scarf I had around my neck represented the lynching that so many people had gone through just so I could stand there. So all these things had a meaning.
The response was immediate, and the repercussions were permanent. Both men were kicked out of the Olympics and off the American team.
Oh, it was like a firestorm. We had the American delegation where a lot of those individuals that was there didn't particularly understand and went into a rage about what they was experiencing at that particular time. And we knew that we was in Hell's Kitchen, so to speak.
Smith, Carlos, and even the silver medalist Peter Norman, who wore a human rights badge on the podium in support, found life difficult after the Games. They were widely criticised and shunned by their peers. What advice would you give to an athlete who perhaps feels like they would like to make a statement?
Very simple. I can't tell somebody what to do there, but whatever action you have, there's always a reaction. Think before you act, because the action will speak for itself in history.
Let's now take a look at our 3-day forecast. Coming tomorrow, it will be sunny with a high of 51 and a low of 42. For Sunday, the clouds come back with a high of 59 and a low of 54. And for Monday, the sun returns with a high of 54 and a low of 46. Wrapping up tonight's show, something stinks in Portland, Oregon. Someone stole a 50-pound nose from a family's porch, and the kids just want it back. Elizabeth Din has the cute plea for its safe return.
So it says lost nose. Have you seen our beloved 50-pound nose? Maybe you accidentally picked it thinking it was your own.
The Albert family kids just put up these flyers.
So this is our beloved nose.
50 pounds.
Yeah, and
That's
yeah, we're just
really sad.
yeah, and we're just hoping we can
Someone can bring it back to
Yeah.
us, like maybe the police or something.
Sayer, Dylan, and Cannon want their family's porch decoration back.
Like literally, it's on our porch every day, and when people walk by, they comment on it like, "Oh, look at the nose. What's that all about?"
They admit it may not be worth a lot of money.
We just found it at my dad's company. He's in advertising, and in the junk pile of his office, it was just there, and we thought it'd be funny to bring home.
But the odd item they picked out is pretty important to them.
It's sort of kind of like how when you adopt a dog, and then that dog becomes part of your family.
And someone stole it.
About like this tall maybe, and like this wide.
Their mom thinks someone swiped the nose late Sunday night or early Monday morning.
We're not mad at the people who stole it. We're just hoping we could get it back.
We were mad at them.
Dylan here, she was all, we should offer a reward. How about $2,000? And then our parents were like,
That's too much.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like whatever you have in your piggy bank, whatever like
Wait, you took
can.
that out of my piggy bank?
The siblings scrapped together $6.27. If it's back before Halloween, well, they can continue a holiday tradition with that nose.
Every Halloween we would dress it up. Every Christmas we'd put lights on it. Valentine's and St. Patrick put stickers on it, and it was just part of the family.
Please return our nose because we just want our nose back. And hopefully they get grounded.
Anything that helps us get it back,
Nose question
and nose question asked.
Remember, if you have a story you'd like us to cover,
or if you have an announcement about an upcoming event, please send it to Interschool Mail to the TV studio at High School East, or you can email us at tv21@trschools.com.
Also, be sure to tune in to TV21 throughout the day to catch the show as we bring you stories from all around the school district. Also, please take a look at our website, www.trschools.com/TV21.
Well, that wraps up tonight's show. For Tom's River Schools Today, I'm Haley Dorovich.
And I'm Julia Slevin. Have a great night.